Hello and welcome to Thursday's Knots Today with me, Emma Caldwell. I hope you're alright and keeping warm today. Here's what's on the show. First, we've been to meet the inspiring Bulwell woman who turned 104 years young this week.
Oh dear, out of this world. I can't believe it's happening to me, of all people.
Oh, she's fabulous, isn't she? More on that in a minute. Plus, we'll be finding out about a new beer festival coming to our city. Local breweries have come together to create the new event, which will see ales returning to the grounds of the iconic Nottingham Castle next year. Plus, we'll be hearing how close a Nottingham charity is to moving into its first permanent home in more than 4 decades.
And instead of it just being some halls, it will end up being a community wellbeing coffee bar that's going to be open to the whole community, not just our community of families. We're going to have a family room for our families that we work with, their safe zone, and eventually a sensory room and an outdoor sensory education area.
And later on in the show, we'll also be heading to yet another outstanding Knots school to hear more secrets to their success.
It's a safe and friendly environment. All the teachers, students, everyone's really nice.
When I come here in the mornings, I get a really good experience. I meet people I know, I play sports, I go to tutor, learn about life overall.
I love to hear it. And in sport, Nottingham Forest head coach Nuno Espirito Santo is excited to get back into action as they prepare to face Arsenal on Sunday.
Saying that international break is going to be in March, everybody's going to be here. And I think it's a good moment to improve, to work on aspects that are required to keep improving.
All that and loads more coming up right for you. But first, it's time for something and someone amazing, and that is because Hall Park Care Home in Bulwell threw a very special birthday party for its oldest resident, Winifred Greatrex. Winifred, or Winnie as we like to call her, celebrated her 104th birthday this week, and she was surrounded by her family, her care home staff, and us here at Knots TV too. And at the time of Winnie's birth, a pint of beer cost about 6pence, and on her special day she received over 200 cards, and Harrison Evans was there to watch it all unfold.
Birthday celebrations are in order for one of Nottingham's oldest people, 104-year-old Winifred Greatrex. Known better as Winnie, she was born in 1920, the year women were given the right to vote in America, and when a flight from London to South Africa took 45 days. When the Second World War broke out in 1939, Winnie had just turned 19, and throughout her life she was a lover of dancing and performing. Now though, she's a popular resident at Hall Park Care Home in Bulwell, where she moved in slightly over a year ago. This was where she marked the milestone of her 104th birthday with a special event put on by nurses and staff. Among the celebrations was a musical performance of Annie and Christmas carols, both fitting with her passion for performing. And it's this, she says, which has helped her live such a long life.
Oh dear, out of this world. I can't believe it's happening to me, of all people. It's a day for the rest of my life, I'll never, ever forget. Oh, I used to dance an awful lot. Yeah, I did. The waltz and the quick step and the tango. Oh, yes, I used to do the tango.
Winnie's family were also there, with 70-year-old daughter Hillier Jordan, full of praise for her mum and blown away by the roughly 200 cards that had been delivered.
We're so pleased and excited to see what she's done and what she's achieved, obviously, and to reach 104, which is it's amazing. We're round at about 200, I would believe, when they've all been opened, which is going to be a task for later on today. I don't know how long that's going to take, but there is an awful lot that have been sent from nursery children making cards for her, family, friends. We've got a big job on this afternoon.
Not only has Winnie touched the hearts of her family, but the staff of the care home too.
She's loved by all of them. Everybody loves her. She's the queen of the home. Residents, I think she inspires the other residents down here, because to be 104 and still do everything she can do, it's amazing.
As it only seemed fitting, we delivered a card from all of us at Knots TV to wish her a very happy birthday.
Oh, we'll read it to you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you very much, darling.
Thank you so much.
Harrison Evans for Notts TV.
Wow, she is wonderful, isn't it? It makes me a bit emotional seeing her. Amazing. Happy birthday, Winnie. Thank you, Harrison, for that as well. Right, we are moving on. And next year, we'll bring a new beer festival to our historic Nottingham Castle. The site previously held the Robin Hood Beer and Cider Festival, but that's since moved to Trent Bridge. And this new festival, announced just this week, is a collaboration between Nottingham breweries Castle Rock and Blue Monkey. And it'll be the first time in the county to be filled exclusively with Notts only beers, street food vendors and entertainment too. And here to explain how the event will show off the very best Notts has to offer is Ian Wesley from Blue Monkey and Jessica Collins of Castle Rock. Thank you very much both for joining us today. This sounds very exciting. Ian, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit more about the beer festival.
I think one point is that it is every brewery in Nottingham coming together.
I mean, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
is that unusual?
It's the first time.
Wonderful.
That we've all, hopefully all, going to come together. There's 12, I think, within a certain circle of Nottingham.
Yeah.
So we're all on the same hymn sheet. We're all going to go for a cracking festival back at the castle.
This is wonderful. And let's talk about, Jessica, the collaboration between Castle Rock and Blue Monkey. How did that come about?
Yeah, so it's a few of us involved. Definitely not just us, but it was Ian's sort of been thinking about doing this beer festival for ages, I think, haven't you?
Yeah.
And just chatting to all the breweries really and seeing if people were up for it. I mean, we've got a few amazing beer festivals already in Nottingham, but ultimately I think we love doing them, we love it, we want people to come and enjoy the beer.
Do you know what I just think is lovely? There's half of me that thinks, you know, you imagine you are in competition with each other, and I love the fact that you're coming together to do something wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, we actually go out certain evenings every other month or every 3 months for a drink all together as well. And I think, you know, as much as competition's good, it's also good to all get on together.
Yeah, and I feel like I've got to be honest, I don't know a huge amount about breweries, but I feel like Nottingham's a really good place for breweries. Is this unusual? Are there normally this many breweries in a city or a county?
Yeah, there's loads of breweries popping up and there's an amazing city. I think Nottingham's a little bit under the radar. I don't know about you. People don't realise how good it is.
No, I do think that there is other cities with lots and lots of breweries, lots of big name breweries.
Yeah.
But probably don't all collaborate together so much as what we do over here.
I feel like we're very lucky in Nottingham. What made you decide Nottingham Castle as the venue for this festival? 2017
was the last CAMRA Robin Hood Beer Festival at the castle. We moved after that. It moved to the arena. Then the dreaded lockdown happened. Post-lockdown, they couldn't use the arena, so it all moved to Trent Bridge Cricket Ground. Everybody since 2017 has said they would love to see it go back. It's too big to go back now to the castle. So
this is a totally different event,
this is a
totally new
different
festival. Yeah.
Totally different, much smaller.
Yeah. It's, you know, I think the thing that probably Robin Hood Beer and Cider Festival is amazing. Nottingham Craft Beer Festival is amazing as well, but they're different. And I think this is going to be different again, and we'll all do what we're good at, hopefully. And
so, what can people expect from the festival?
Music, good times, lots of nice food. I think what's going to be special about this one is that it's put on by brewers, so you sort of really connecting with them. You know, it's a bit different when you have a beer at the pub and there's that extra bit of distance between. We're going to be there, we're going to be brewing things especially for it, I think, and yeah, it's just that extra level of connection, I think, with the breweries that everyone loves.
I love that. And why do you think it's so important that Nottingham gets together and celebrates the great beer that it has? I think I've sort of answered that question with the question, really.
Yeah, possibly so, but I think we're all going through quite difficult times at the moment. We've both companies have got pubs in Nottingham, and we just feel if we don't stand up and highlight what we do and what we do for the scene in Nottingham, who will?
Exactly. Well, remind us when and where it's all taking place and how we can get our hands on tickets.
Yeah, of course. So Friday the 4th of April and Saturday the 5th of April next year. Tickets go on sale at 9 AM tomorrow from Gigantic. And they're just £10, so Should be really
Fabulous.
good.
Well, it sounds like a great event, and I just think Nottingham's doing so many brilliant things. So we appreciate you coming in, Jessica. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right, let's take some more of your news headlines now first. And a teenager has appeared in court following a knife-point robbery in Nottingham. It happened on Hucknall Road just before 6 p.m. on Sunday when a victim was approached by a youth with a knife who marched the man to a cash machine before ordering him to send cash via an online transfer. Now, a 17-year-old boy who can't be named for legal reasons has appeared in Nottingham Magistrates Court charged with robbery, possession of a knife and a Class B drug. He was bailed and will appear in Crown Court in February. Next, and more than 100 baby deaths and injuries at Nottingham's hospitals are being reviewed by the police. The independent inquiry into maternity services at Nottingham University hospitals has been ongoing for more than 2 years now, and Nottinghamshire Police launched a criminal investigation into some of those incidents in September last year. Now, the force have confirmed more than 100 of the 2,000 family experiences have been referred to the force for investigation. The Trust has said it will fully cooperate with the inquiries. Right, let's take a very short break now, but don't go anywhere. Busy show on the way, because when we get back, we will be heading to a Nottingham charity edging closer to its first permanent home. We've also got a sports update for you too, and if you're looking to go out this Thursday, more on that. It's all on the way for you next. Hello, welcome back to Thursday's Not Today with me, Emma Caldwell. Here's some more of your news headlines first. And a taxi driver who was recorded on his own dash cam sexually assaulting a female passenger has been jailed. 40-year-old Imran Yassin targeted the woman just after 11 p.m. on February the 14th this year after picking her up in Nottingham. He began the sexual assault in Clifton after making inappropriate comments to the woman. He was arrested by police the following day after being identified by the taxi company. Yassin of Burnside Road in Bilborough admitted 3 counts of sexual assault in Nottingham Crown Court and was jailed for 16 months. Next, and a pensioner has died following an incident on the A614 in Bassetlaw. Emergency services were called to the road junction with Snape Lane just after 5 p.m. on Wednesday after the 76-year-old man was hit by a passing van. Police say the man, who was on foot at the time of the collision, was treated at the scene for his injuries but was pronounced dead. The road was closed in both directions but has reopened, and police say no arrests have been made. Moving on now, and a charity transforming the lives of children in our city is moving closer to opening its first ever permanent site. The Brilliant Footprints charity helps children with mobility and communication difficulties and gives their families the knowledge, confidence and strengths to cope with the disabilities their child has. It's been based in a shared space in Sneinton for the past 13 years, but now is just months away from opening its own home in Clifton. Our reporter Mariangel Acosta reports.
A Nottingham-based charity transforming the life of children with mobility and communication difficulties is marking a major milestone. That's because Footprints, an education charity supporting children for more than 4 decades, is closing in on its first ever permanent home in Clifton. The organisation has been based at its Sneinton location since 2011, sharing a space with other charities, but it's preparing to move to the former High Bank Community Centre in Clifton, bringing full control over a site for the first time. Building will become a Footprints conductive education and community hub. Business and charity manager Stephen Frew says the new hub offers exciting opportunities not just for the families but also for the wider community.
We've managed to secure a really good lease with the council where we can actually take on the building, change it, develop it, and we're going to be changing some walls, building it, and instead of it just being some halls, it will end up being a community wellbeing coffee bar that's going to be open to the whole community, not just our community of families. We're going to have a family room for our families that we work with, their safe zone, and eventually a sensory room and an outdoor sensory education area.
The new site is not only bigger but also far more accessible, making it easier for families to reach.
We always are going to be a Nottingham-based charity, and we always will be. So that was, number one that we had to look. But we had quite a long tick list, really, of these are the things that we're looking for. And so it took a real long time to find somewhere that actually ticked all those things. And for us, the fact that here we have, say, the big one is that it's flat. whereas Sneinton we were based on a hill, which you can imagine when it's cold and icy, when it's weather like it is at the moment, that is not ideal for the families that we work with to be going up and down a hill.
The organisation supports 70 families across the East Midlands, but this could rise to 300 with the new base. One family currently being helped is Jo Powell, whose son Tom has Down syndrome and extreme hypermobility. She described her son's movement as floppy, but says he's improved significantly over the 3 years they have used Footprints. And she thinks the new site, having all the services in one place, will help him even more.
Because they've got the extra space at Clifton to do separate speech therapy, they're not having to wait for the physical sessions to be finished. They're going to have their own space. It'll make it a lot easier.
With the help of volunteers and staff, Footprints is expected to open its new site at the beginning of the year, marking a new chapter in its journey to support families across the region. Mariangela Costa for Knots TV.
Fabulous. I'm so pleased they've got a new home. It's going to be amazing for them. Time now for our next chat. And with this month marking Men's Mental Health Month, many groups and organisations are looking to show their support to get men talking about their mental and physical well-being, either through meeting up with friends or encouraging them to get involved with groups that can share their experiences. And nothing bonds people together more than sport. Sport like Hucknall Seniors Indoor Cricket Club, who have been providing a space for men and women over 50 with a space to not only keep fit and socialise in the local community, but get together too. And this month they're looking to get more members, either retired players or amateurs, to come and give the sport a go. And here to tell us all about them is the club's chairman, Ian Moore. Ian, thank you for joining us this afternoon. You're absolutely welcome. So what can you tell us about Hucknall Senior Indoor Cricket Club?
Hucknall Seniors Indoor Cricket Club used to be walking cricket, but nobody walked.
Everyone just wanted to go faster.
Our oldest player is 84, and he was probably the one that walked that ran the most.
I love that.
But yes, it's a really friendly club, and we invite anybody to come. We don't just take from Hucknall, we take from Southall, Mansfield, Arnold, Heanor, anywhere. We do.
And what do you think your members gain from being part of the club?
Well, apart from keeping fit, which is important after...
Of course, definitely.
You get to meet other people of a similar ilk, and it's a matter of really being able to socialise after you've retired, because you find that you retire one day and the next day you're at home.
Yeah.
And all those mates aren't there to talk to anymore. So we fill the gap.
And it is one of those great things, and I definitely agree with you. I think when retirement hits, especially for men, I think, you suddenly go, well, where's that social element gone of coming to work every day? What kind of people do you get joining the club?
Every type of person. We just welcome everybody in. Well, there's no... Yes, some have played cricket at quite a high level.
Yeah.
Locally. Some have just played at school, some have played on the beach. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If they come and they want to walk, they can walk. If they want a runner, because they can't, fine, we'll supply one. If they want to bowl underarm, they can do. It's not at all judgmental on anybody.
I mean, it sounds wonderful. So we were talking earlier about the fact it's Men's Mental Health Month this month. I know you've got ladies in the club as well, but have you noticed that a club like this is a good place for men to talk?
Oh yeah, you know, I mean, we've got chaps that were sitting at home just watching daytime telly, and then they're dragged down to come down, and now they're playing 3 times a week. So it just works. It's just a good club, and we would like more to come in to fill up the time, you know, to fill up the days that we're there. It's the best fun for 2 hours that you can have for £4.10.
That is good
which
value,
is
Ian.
all it costs to get in the leisure centre to play 2 hours of cricket.
Do you know what?
Everything's supplied, there's nothing to find. You just come down in a pair of trainers, the rest is up to you.
That's fabulous. And not only is that community element going on, the fitness element as well, you also raise money for some really good local charities as well, don't you?
Yeah, over the years we have done events to raise money, like we did for prostate cancer over it was at the November time.
Yeah.
So we've done 2 of those and raised nearly £6,000 for prostate cancer. And then we just put money in a tin. It goes up when you think you've got 25 people putting £1 in.
Yeah.
It soon mounts
It soon
up.
adds up, it absolutely does. So people are watching today and they're thinking, actually, this could be something I'd be interested in. How do they find out more about you?
Just contact the leisure centre, Hucknall Leisure Centre. It doesn't matter, please, not where you come from. If you can get there, then you're more than welcome.
You're in. I love that. Ian, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about that. And hopefully more people are watching and thinking, actually, that's something I could do.
I hope they do, and I hope they come. I hope they do it and come.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Appreciate it. Maybe you're inspired. Time now for some more of your sport news now. And Nottingham Forest are back in action this weekend following the international break. They travel to London to face Arsenal, who are only 1 place above them in the Premier League table. But speaking ahead of the match, head coach Nuno Espirito Santo said the table isn't important and he'll be preparing for a tough game versus the Gunners.
The table doesn't dictate what you have to do. So if you need points, you have to play better. You know what I mean? So let's always look at the game as the game by himself, compete well. So if I don't look at the table, I don't have to assess other teams. International breaks is for international players to be involved. So what we really assess is those players that are not involved in what we work here. That's the only change of routines that we have. Saying that international break is going to be in March, everybody's going to be here, and I think it's a good moment to improve, to work on aspects that are required to keep improving the players and the team. It's good to have them here. It's good.
Time for a look at your Thursday picture of the day. Now this is a very fitting picture. Look at that, somewhere between autumn and winter, 1 foot in each this week. Thank you to Captured by Coops for this fabulous picture. Speaking of the weather, here's what it's got in store for you. Tonight will be cloudy, dropping to 0. Still an amber weather warning in place, as we can expect some snow in the early hours of Friday morning. Not more snow, that's not what I want. Hopefully we should see some sunshine as well. Not till the afternoon though, with a high of 4, lows of 0. And looking ahead to Saturday, we will see temperatures going back up to highs of 13. Good, that's what I want to hear. But it is at the cost of heavy showers for most of the day. It is going to be very, very rainy, I think, with lows of 11 degrees. Right, let's take another short break, but after the ads, we've got your What's On guide if you're looking for something to do this Thursday evening. We're also going to be taking another look at 104-year-old Winnie's amazing birthday celebrations. Honestly, she is incredible. There's more on the way next on Notts TV. Hello, welcome back to Thursday's Notts Today with me, Emma Caldwell. I hope you're all right today and keeping warm. Here's some more of your news headlines first. And the tourism industry is now expected to be worth more than £2 billion a year to the Nottinghamshire economy. New figures show more than 34 million people visited the city and county last year, which is a 4.1% raise on the year before, whilst the tourism industry itself puts £2.36 billion into the economy. The data has been welcomed, as you can imagine, by local leaders who say things like Robin Hood and Sherwood Forest, Woollerton Hall, Nottingham Castle and even Goose Fair are some of the main contributing factors. Sticking with tourism venues, and the very popular Clumber Park has had to cancel a Christmas event and closed its car park due to recent bad weather. The National Trust said the main car park at the Worksop attraction would be closed for 3 days from today following bad snowfall and dangerous road conditions caused by heavy snowfall, of course, here on Monday night. The park's Christmas fair, which was due to be held from Saturday, has also been cancelled on that day due to forecasted torrential rain. However, the Trust said it could still go ahead on Sunday. Right, it's time to see what you can get up to tonight across our wonderful city with our What's On guide. Now here's something a little different, just for adults this one. Head to the Angel Microbrewery to meet writer Graham Cook as he talks about the monsters of British and Irish folklore. Starts at 7 p.m. and tickets for that are £11, or perhaps you're looking for a little Thursday giggle. Well, TV comedian Ben Richardson is at the Squire Performing Arts Centre tonight, promising a night for an utterly brilliant and honest evening of hilarious fun. It starts at 8 p.m. Tickets for that are just £9. And finally, the iconic opera Ruddigore is here for one night only at the Theatre Royal, which tells the tale of Baronet Ruddigore, who is cursed to commit horrid crimes and perish. Can he break the curse? That is the question. Now you can find out for yourself. Starts at 7 p.m. tonight. Tickets are still available if you go and have an amazing time. And if you're looking for something to do next weekend, well, how about the return of our very own Nottinghamshire's Got Talent? This year's event will see 10 acts all competing to be declared as the best in the county, from comedians to dance groups, and the event is taking place at Mapley Plains Social Club. It's also putting the fun into fundraising too, as it hopes to raise money for Nottinghamshire Playhouse's Shine programme, which delivers free drama classes to young people across our county. And joining us now are the event's founder and host Owen Brindley and guest judge Gedling's Deputy Mayor, Councillor Kyle Robinson-Payne. Thank you so much for joining me both.
Thank you.
Let's start with you, Owen. Tell us a little bit more about Nottinghamshire's Got Talent.
Yeah, so Nottinghamshire's Got Talent were founded in 2020 and we brought it to life in 2021. So Nottinghamshire's Got Talent is a UK natural talent competition. So we provide the support for people, anybody, any age, any people got access problems or any kind of need who want to take part in a Nottingham's Got Talent. This is where we are, because it is really, really huge impact, because we see so many different things around Nottingham. There's not many things happening, so we thought, I've been doing loads of different things over the past 10 years and over now, and I just thought Nottingham's Got Talent is the best opportunity, and it is an annual showcase that happens every year, but unfortunately last year I had to step down due to the illness, but we are back and brought it better and stronger.
Bigger and better than ever.
Yes, definitely.
I love that. So what can we expect from the evening?
So Nottingham's Got Talent this year going to be slightly a little bit different, so we will not be in a theatre unfortunately due to fund. However, we may be returning, we don't know. But this year we will be at Mapley Plains Social Club. So it's going to be exactly the same what you see previous year, but just a little bit of twist and a little bit different, alongside the full incredible judging panel we've got there. Worked there very hard on this year, I'm telling you. You will not be looking forward to that. But we have got 10 acts in the final. They are rehearsing, they're harder. They're going to be there, be strong, and just shine out and showcase and spotlight, because they are deserve to be winning. All of them do.
Do you know what? They're really strong acts as well this year. And well, I mean, that's going to be a very hard judging process. Carl, you're going to be one of the guest judges. What are you going to be looking for in your acts?
So I'm going to be looking for confidence, I'm looking forward to seeing the different acts, the young people. There's a mixture of acts I understand from Owen, but Owen hasn't told me everything about who's involved, because
you've got to have some surprises.
There's got to be surprises, but I think as well, I just wanted to put on my record thanks to Owen and to his to the people and volunteers that are helping him out with this, because he's worked really hard, and I think he's right, to put on this event for our community. I've been to similar events that they've organised previously, and the amount of sort of seeing young people from all different backgrounds getting involved, it gives them that confidence to get out there and potentially experience them for going on to doing other things as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perhaps in the workplace, or if they were in, arts and media in the future. And I'm just honoured that we're going to have it in Gedling again this year.
And you're absolutely right. I think initiatives like this that are happening in Nottingham for Nottingham people are so important, aren't they?
They really are. It's on the doorstep, and you know, as part of my job and working with Owen, I've been trying to do everything I can to support him and his team of people to promote it to local people in the community, because ultimately people that are taking part are part of our community as well. So it's a way of bringing everyone together in one place, and I think it's, you know, from experience of attending previous events, they're absolutely brilliant. You think Britain's Got Talent is good, Nottinghamshire's Got Talent's going to be even better. Yeah.
I love that. And of course, we mentioned it really briefly. There's also an opportunity to raise money for a great local charity as well, isn't there?
Yeah, Sean is one of the huge things of my life, because I do a lot of work with Nottingham Playhouse, and I totally understand they are going through a lot of difficult times
It's
at
hard
this
times,
moment.
isn't it?
Yes, it is very hard time. And we just want to give back children, young people, some spirits and make them to be able to go back on the main stage and perform something that they really want to do, and also get to go and see so many different shows with free ticket, especially got coming up this year, Panto. We want to give that opportunity for them to go and see something what they really want to see.
I love that. So, final question, remind us when and where it's all happening and how we can get involved.
Yeah, so it is happening on a Saturday, the 30th of November, which is a week on Saturday. Very nerve-wracking. I can't keep reminding myself. They can buy the tickets on our website, which is www.nottinghamshiregottalent.co.uk/buy now.
Love it.
And that's how you can find us, and if you're interested, we'll be announcing audition 2025.
Amazing, cannot wait. Owen, Kyle, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
very
Good luck
much
with it
for
all, sounds so exciting. Right, time for a reminder of one of your top stories today and another visit to meet someone absolutely amazing. We've been to Hall Park Care Home in Bulwell, and they threw a very special birthday party for its oldest residents. Winifred Greatrex, Winifred, or Winnie as we like to call her, celebrated her 104th birthday this week, surrounded by her family, care home staff and us here at Notts TV too. And on her special day, she received over 200 birthday cards too, and Harrison Evans was there to watch it all unfold.
Birthday celebrations are in order for one of Nottingham's oldest people, 104-year-old Winifred Greatrex. Known better as Winnie, she was born in 1920, the year women were given the right to vote in America, and when a flight from London to South Africa took 45 days. When the Second World War broke out in 1939, Winnie had just turned 19, and throughout her life she was a lover of dancing and performing. Now, though, she's a popular resident at Hall Park Care Home in Bulwell, where she moved in slightly over a year ago. This was where she marked the milestone of her 104th birthday with a special event put on by nurses and staff. Among the celebrations was a musical performance of Annie and Christmas carols, both fitting with her passion for performing. And it's this, she says, which has helped her live such a long life.
Oh dear, out of this world. I can't believe it's happening to me, of all people. It's a day to the rest of my life I'll never, ever forget. Oh, I used to dance an awful lot. Yeah, I did. The waltz and the quick step and the tango. Oh, yes, I used to do the tango.
Winnie's family were also there, with 70-year-old daughter Hillier Jordan, full of praise for her mum and blown away by the roughly 200 cards that had been delivered.
We're so pleased and excited to see what she's done and what she's achieved, obviously, and to reach 104, which is it's amazing. We're rounded about 200, I would believe, when they've all been opened, which is going to be a task for later on today. I don't know how long that's going to take, but there is an awful lot that have been sent from nursery children making cards for her family, friends. We've got a big job on this afternoon.
Not only has Winnie touched the hearts of her family, but the staff of the care home too.
She's loved by all of them. Everybody loves her. She's the queen of the home. Residents, I think she inspires the other residents down here, because to be 104 and still do everything she can do, it's amazing.
As it only seemed fitting, we delivered a card from all of us at Notts TV to wish her a very happy birthday.
Oh, we'll read it to you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you very much, darling.
Harrison Evans for Notts TV.
Oh, congratulations. Happy birthday to you, Wyn. Thank you for that as well, Harrison. Right, let's take a look at some more of your news headlines first. And calls have been made for a Team Nottinghamshire approach to serious violence after a teenager was stabbed in the city. Police and Crime Commissioner Gary Godden has made the plea following the incident in High Street on Sunday morning, which left a 17-year-old in a critical but stable condition. 22-year-old Mohammed Ahmed Ali of Bath Street has been charged in connection with the incident. Now, though, Commissioner Mr Godden said Notts needs to work together as a society to clamp down on violence. Next, and Nottinghamshire County Council leader Ben Bradley is officially in the running to become the next Lincolnshire mayor. The Conservative politician is stepping down from his position at the top of the authority this month, having recently lost his job as Mansfield MP in the summer. Now, though, he's officially in the running to become the new regional mayor for Lincolnshire, a position that will be created next year and mirrors the new role for the East Midlands currently held by Labour's Claire Ward, who beat Ben Bradley to the job. Right, let's take our final break of the show now, but we're chatting with Ebenezer Scrooge after the ads, plus also meeting a Nottinghamshire school yet again told it's outstanding. That's all on the way next. Hello, welcome back to Thursday's show with me, Emma Caldwell. Here's what's happening in Notts today. First, and a pub once popular with Nottingham Panthers fans could be knocked down and turned into student flats. The Nottingham Legend on Lower Parliament Street was a regular pub for Panthers fans and visitors to the Motorpoint Arena, but it closed last year. Previous plans to turn it into a 5-storey student block never materialised. Now, though, applicant East India Properties wants to knock the pub down and build a 6-storey block. The application will be reviewed by Nottingham City Council at a later date. Next, and 2 Sunday services connecting the East Midlands with London will be axed to speed up journeys between the region and the capital. East Midlands Railway have said the early Sunday morning services, including the 7 o'clock service from Derby and the 7:24 service from Nottingham to London St Pancras, will be stopping from December the 15th. This is so Network Rail has more time to carry out overnight maintenance on the line, and EMR said journey times could be reduced by as much as 28 minutes. Moving on now, and a Nottingham school has been rated outstanding in all areas for a second time in a row by education watchdog Ofsted. Secondary school Bluecoat Woollerton Academy has more than 750 pupils aged between the ages of 11 and 16, and staff there say their main motivation is to create a warm environment to nurture a desire to learn amongst their students. They've also credited the rating to their students' commitment to upholding the school's values. And Jordan Guerrero went along for a little learning.
A Nottingham school recognised for an outstanding, warm and educational environment. That's what Ofsted inspectors say is provided for young teenagers in the Woollerton and City Centre catchment by Bluecoat Woollerton Academy. This school was given an outstanding report back in 2018 too, when Ofsted last came for an inspection. The school is recognised as an excellent place to send children for the best learning, so much so it's oversubscribed in every year group, and it's about to get a £10 million expansion to create 300 additional places too. But it's not just Ofsted leaving this school with a smile, the children do too.
It's a safe and friendly environment. All the teachers, students, everyone's really nice. There's no bullying. It's really enjoyable and fun.
The teachers are really supportive, and when you need any assistance or any help with anything, they'll be there for you and will help you with anything you need.
There is an ambassador group for almost everything, and it's all student led, so we get loads of opportunities for students to gain skills such as confidence.
When I come here in the mornings, I get a really good experience. I meet people I know, I play sports, I go to tutor, learn about life overall, careers I want to go into.
I think my favourite things about the school is our family and community feel. I think that everyone here is supportive and we all work together.
It's not just Ofsted inspections where the school is getting results either. It remains in the top 20% nationally for exam results too, according to the Department for Education. Religious Studies and History teacher Jessie Brown has been walking through these corridors for more than 4 years and says the ability of the students is the best he's seen.
There is a work ethic from students at this school that I've not seen before. Students want to learn, they want to know more, they ask questions that they might find a little bit tricky to ask at home. Working at Bluecoat Woollerton Academy is an absolute dream.
School principal Phil Rosen, who keeps the school ticking over and in check, is very proud with the continued Ofsted approval, which was highlighted in the report notes.
Students exemplify that every single day, and that was commented in the Ofsted report as well, where the Ofsted inspector actually said that everything that the school does is underpinned by those 3 values.
When it comes to schools in this county, Blue Coat Woollerton Academy is definitely among the top of the class. Jordan Guerrero for Knox TV.
Thanks, Jordan. Congratulations to all at that school. Right, it's time for our final chat now. And isn't it ironic that a story about a man who despised Christmas is probably the most festive thing we can talk about? Well, Northern Ballet returns to Nottingham's Theatre Royal with Charles Dickens' iconic story, A Christmas Carol, as part of a new headline tour. The show blends traditional ballet with this timeless tale of the redemption of notorious grump Ebenezer Scrooge, who's played by Filippo De Vilio. He'll join me in a moment to tell us about playing such an iconic character, but first, here's a little sneak peek. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look fabulous? And I'm very pleased to say Filippo joins me now. Thank you so much. Honestly, that looks incredible. What is it like to play such an iconic character?
Well, it is an iconic character in England, I have to say. I'm Italian, so the story in Italy is not as well known. But in England, it's just a massive story, Dickinson, obviously. It is a privilege, to be honest. It's an absolute privilege to play Scrooge. It's an absolute privilege to step into his shoes every single time I do it.
So I guess you've had to learn about A Christmas Carol being Italian. So for those people like you who maybe weren't familiar with the story, what can you tell us about the show?
Well, the show has got everything, every single emotion. He's got the grumpiness of Scrooge, he's got the mystery of the ghosts, the happiness, the sadness, and all the magic, all the Christmas magic. We sing Christmas carols as well, and it's just a whole fabulous show all around.
And I'm so excited because I know you're on tour at the moment, but by the time you come to Nottingham next week, people are genuinely starting to feel really Christmassy now. And it's such an iconic show to see. You've been with the Northern Ballet for 10 years now, and they produce such spectacular shows. What kind of reaction do you get from an audience when they come and see a show like yours?
The audience absolutely love it. They can relate to the stories. They can relate to everything we do. They understand the stories just from the ballet. In this one, we sing as well, but usually we don't. And they can understand everything we do just through our steps. They love it. And we hear the reaction from them, from the clapping, from the screaming at the end. And we absolutely love that reaction back to us because it means that we've done a great job. We've delivered what we wanted.
Absolutely. And you say for this one, I don't think I've seen a ballet where there's singing, so that's very exciting. Costume-wise, it's absolutely beautiful as well. You're on stage all the time. Do you ever tire of it, or every night you're like, yep, let's do it, let's go for it?
Yes. I mean, I drink my Lucozade before the show and then I go. I absolutely love it. I have 3 acts to get through and it's seriously a pleasure. And the emotional journey I have to go through the whole show is just kind of draining, but also really exciting at the same time. I start so grumpy at the beginning, then I get kind of happy during the second act. Then comes the sadness during the third act, and all at the end, I burst of happiness.
Aww.
So it's such a journey there, and it's a pleasure.
I absolutely love it. And it must be an interesting one to play a character that initially the audience presumably don't like very much.
Yes, but I find the audience finds Scrooge so funny. And I'm just trying to play with it every night more and more because the audience absolutely loves it. They find him so funny. And I love when he's grumpy and they find anything he does funny. And it's funny for me as well to hear that reaction and just play with it more and more.
And what would you say to people who think ballet's not for them? I've got to be honest, Filippo, I am fairly new to ballet and now I'm in. My goodness me, I am in because it's so wonderful and it's so brilliant to see. And it's the kind of thing that, you know, you do understand. And I have to say, I think I maybe thought that it was a bit too highbrow for me. What would you say to people that maybe haven't seen a ballet before?
Absolutely not. You can come to the ballet whenever you like, but also this one, A Christmas Carol, is the perfect introduction to ballet as well, because there's a story that you know, there is singers, there is dancing, and then from that you can kind of understand what a ballet is like, and then come to a Romeo and Juliet or something like that we're going to be doing next year, or Jane Eyre, another story that we're going to be doing, and then you understand how it works like.
I love that. So remind us when and where you're going to be performing in Nottingham.
We will be performing next week in Nottingham, the whole week from Tuesday to Saturday. We have 7 shows, and A Christmas Carol is coming there.
I cannot wait. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love a ballet and I love the fact that Christmas Carol is coming to Nottingham next week. Filippo, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, if you missed last night's episode of Team Talk, don't you worry, because you can hear from Mark Shardlow, Charlie McParland and Wes Morgan. The Premier League winning defender spoke about what it was like to lift the trophy for Leicester, as well as his time at Forest and much, much more. Here's a little snippet where the panel discussed Morgan Gibbs-White and his involvement with England.
Keep doing what he's doing. Keep with the numbers, you know, assists, goals, his attacking threat, providing for the team, and you know he's in the frame. He's in the frame. Yeah, he's got a lot of talent in front of him and a lot of competition. But I think you know he's a talent himself. If he does really well, you know I'm sure there's going to be a lot of suitors looking out for him.
Keep his feet on the floor.
Yeah.
Work hard. Keep your head down. Concentrate on football. Going into training every day and do everything you can to make yourself better.
Yeah.
That is it.
We mentioned a few names that have been out on international duty, and I want to ask you as a defender who won the league, what your thoughts are about the Forest back 4, back 5 at the moment this season. It seems to me like this is such
And you can catch that on demand right now at notstv.com. Right, last glance at the picture of the day now. A very fitting picture, somewhere between autumn and winter, 1 foot in each, with the weather this week. Thanks to Captured by Coops for that one. Speaking of the weather, tonight will be cloudy, dropping to 0. Still a yellow weather warning in place. We can expect some snow in the early hours of tomorrow morning. Hopefully we should also see some sunshine as well, but not till the afternoon, I'm afraid. Highs of 4, lows of 0, and looking ahead to Saturday, we will see temperatures going back up to highs of 13. Good, that's what I like to hear. But at the cost of very heavy showers for most of the day, you will get wet. Lows of 11. And that's all for today. Thanks as always to our brilliant guest. Al Booth is back in the hot seat tomorrow. But until then, from everyone on the team, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm Emma Caldwell. Bye-bye.